whenever you enter into that building, you should feel that this is the place where a lot of people want to come, but they don't get that opportunity to come. So you have got that opportunity. That means you are special.
Hello and welcome to Ecoholics Toppers Talk, NISHCHAL. I'm really delighted to have you here once again. And again, a very hearty congratulations to you for AIR 1 for Indian Economic Service Examination.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
It's, I think, a dream for all economics enthusiasts to achieve UPSC Indian Economic Service. And you have achieved it, and how so? AIR 1, मतलब जो किया उसमें भी एकदम top पे किया. So how do you feel with all of your achievements now?
Yeah, it feels great when you see this achievement. Even it becomes special when you achieve this along with the job, and there are some other difficulties as well. So that becomes special. So yeah, and this feels great. Like you are proud of yourself when you see your achievements.
Absolutely. We are also proud of you because hailing from the economic spectrum, I think we feel very, very proud that there's someone from the industry who is making the whole spectrum of economics very proud. So great at that. NISHCHAL, I think something that we would like to actually talk to you about is regarding your preparation. Now, everyone knows about modules and subjects and everything is out there. I really want to know about your last minute preparation. कि कैसे थे वो 48 घंटे, 36 घंटे, 24 घंटे last के, and how did you prep yourself for those last couple of, let's say, weeks soon after, doing all the different things, studying everything? फिर वो कैसे आपने बताया?
So for written exam part, so that was in Delhi for me, and actually I was there in Rajasthan. So like in the last 24 hours, I was just traveling and staying at my one of my relatives' home in Delhi. So that was actually the case. But if I talk about those 48 hours where I was for some time period, I was at my home as well. So in that time period, I actually tried to keep myself calm, not to take a lot of pressure, because I think I just thought that the most of the part is already done. There is no need to cover something new. And whatever I have studied, I just need to revise it. I just need to see it, and I just need to need to keep it remembered. So that is something which was my strategy. So I didn't take a load, and try to keep myself calm by not involving that much in study. So yeah.
Right. The last moments of just soon before you go for the examination are very strategic, because that is the time of planning actually. So what were your initial plannings कि कैसे मैं exam hall में जब जाऊंगा तो मैं क्या करूंगा, क्या आपने सोचा था? And I think that's something that every student and every aspirant seeks to know actually when they are at the examination hall कि मुझे पढ़ाई करना तो सिखाया गया है, लेकिन मुझे ये नहीं पता है कि अब एग्जाम हॉल में जब मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस लूज हो रहा है या इतना टाइम लग रहा है या मेरे हाथ दुख रहे हैं इतना लिख लिख के, तो मैं क्या करूं? So how was your planning like?
So for that part, I think I didn't think much about that. The reason is that this exam hall pressure which we feel during the exam, so this is something which we already are familiar with when we give our exam in graduation, the post-graduation. Yes, it is competition now. It is not a graduation kind of exam, but still you know that you will be given a exam sheet where you will have to write the roll numbers and all. So most of the time goes there. But in the initial, like in that 10 or 15 minutes before exam starts at 9 a.m., I just tried to keep myself calm, in the sense that I was not thinking about some question, or I tried not to talk to anyone, because that is something like might be possible that he can guide you, or he can take you to some other direction. So better is that you keep yourself calm by keeping yourself focused and keeping not thinking about something else. And I think don't think much about this part. This is something which will happen with you, like when you will be given the exam paper, that your mind will automatically get activated, and you will start thinking. Like starting initial 15 or 20 minutes can be problematic for you. Like
Yeah.
it might be possible that your mind just get stuck at a point.
Right.
But after that, when you will get the pressure that okay, the time is going on. So
Yeah.
then you will automatically start writing and all. And this pain thing in the hand, I think you won't get time to think about that.
Absolutely. I think that ignition time of the brain, I think that will be a very important part of the whole exam, क्योंकि वहां पे अगर confidence lose हो गया तो game over. Otherwise, if you push through those first 15 minutes कि
Hmm.
ठीक है मुझे आ जाएगा, I'll do it. Now I have come to the examination hall, I should do it. एक और चीज है निश्चल, तो ये एग्जामिनेशन 3 दिन का त्योहार होता है. और एग्जाम ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने 3 घंटा लिखा और फिर वापस आ गए. तो 3 घंटे के बाद फिर ब्रेक और फिर से एक और पेपर देना है. एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स व्हेन यू कम बैक आल्सो यू आर एग्जॉस्टेड, योर माइंड इज एग्जॉस्टेड, योर हैंड्स आर एग्जॉस्टेड. तो पहले दिन में आपने हो सकता है बहुत बढ़िया एनर्जी लगा दी हो, लेकिन हाउ टू सस्टेन दोस second and third day is also very problematic. तो throughout the regime of the exam आपने कौन-कौन सी ऐसी चीजें करी so that you are focused and you don't drain out?
So there were not such any special thing. What you can try is that what I tried. So on the first day, it was also the one of very new experience for me. I was also not familiar with giving an exam like 9 to 12 and then 2 to 5. So it was very much new thing for me, and I was not familiar with that. So on the first day itself, I got this idea that it is going to be difficult to sustain the energy level in the second half. So what I did is that in between this time period, I just tried to walk. I just tried to I just tried to keep myself calm and myself energetic, in the sense like you can have some lunch, you can have something to eat. Just divert your mind from your first exam that you have given, first paper. After giving that paper, it will be very difficult to sustain the energy to the last exam, which is going to be Indian economics. But what you need to keep what you need to remember is that when you will get the paper, right, you will automatically get your mind automatically will get activated. So the thing is that it is the mind which will work there. It is not. It is just your mind and hand. Nothing else is working for that. And I try to take my full sleep. I like 7 to 8 hours. That is essential. And you just not need to revise anything in the time period. That is something like what my friends say, that हो गया जो हो गया. तो आपने जितना पढ़ाई करनी थी हो चुकी है वो पढ़ाई. अब अगर आप करने भी जाएंगे तो भी वो कुछ उसका कुछ सेंस नहीं बनता. एंड ऑब्वियसली आपने अगर पढ़ा भी है तो भी वो याद नहीं रहेगा उसमें. तो बेटर है कि आप अपने आप को थोड़ा सा काम डाउन करें, थोड़ा सा नॉट अपने आप को और ना थकाएं. ऑलरेडी यू आर एग्जॉस्टेड. So that is something which we can try, but it will be very difficult to sustain the energy level. You will be exhausted after giving Indian economics exam, definitely.
Right. Nishchal, I think I really feel that when you must have been in the vicinity of the examination hall, and as you said that you try to be calm and composed, and I'm very sure that you look very sorted and you talk very in a very sorted manner. तो ऐसे लोगों से ना लोग बड़े अट्रैक्ट होते हैं, स्पेशली एग्जाम पेरिफेरी में. और ऐसे बहुत चांसेस होते हैं कि अपने अपने डाउट्स लेकर, अपने अपने बुक्स लेकर लोग आ जाते हैं झुंड बना के कि आपने पढ़ाई करी है, आपको पता होगा, ये बहुत इंसान सॉर्टेड लग रहा है. तो उस सिचुएशन को टैकल करने के लिए, बिकॉज फॉर स्टूडेंट्स, फॉर एनी पर्सन, दैट सिचुएशन इज अ chaos. You should not have any of such situations, क्योंकि वहां पे रिविजन और वहां पे डिस्कशन करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. तो वो चीज आपने कैसे टैकल करी? आई रियली वांट टू नो हाउ डिड यू मैनूवर योरसेल्फ कि नहीं मुझे भीड़ में नहीं जाना है.
So this is something which I have done already. Like I try not to discuss something related to exam after giving the exam. So like, and also one thing which was favorable for me, that there was no such known person in at my center who knew me. So for every person, maybe like I was just another person for them. And because I was an outsider, like I'm not from Delhi, so there was no such known person for me, and I don't like to discuss. So wherever this chaos is, I just try to keep myself at a distance from that chaos, so that my mind doesn't get in this situation that okay, मैंने ये गलत कर दिया ये क्वेश्चन, या मैंने ये मेरे से ये गलत हो सकता है, मैंने ये अच्छा किया है. So but the thing is that you just try to analyze yourself what you have done in that kind of paper. So for example, if you have given general economics one paper, and you think that you have done it at a good level, like you have done it brilliantly, if you think that, then you just need to keep that energy level in the second paper. But if you see that okay, बहुत अच्छा नहीं हुआ है मेरा, मेरे से थोड़ा सा क्वेश्चन रह गए, या फिर मेरे से पूरा पेपर नहीं हुआ, so you can just try to boost yourself कि मुझे अब इस वाले पेपर में अच्छा करना है. So that is something you can do, but this is something which is very subjective. Every people see it differently. कुछ लोगों को डिस्कशन में से भी बूस्टिंग मिलती है, कुछ लोगों को से भी मोटिवेशन मिलता है.
Right, हाँ. But I believe ultimately the more you're focused and the more you are towards yourself, क्योंकि लास्ट मिनट पे बहुत सारे चांसेस होते हैं कि आप कुछ गलत चीज याद कर लो, या कुछ गलत इंफॉर्मेशन आपके दिमाग में घुस जाए, and then it revolves around your brain. So to avoid all of that, चलेगा, थोड़ी बहुत इंफॉर्मेशन अगर छूट जाएगी that's okay.
Yes.
आई थिंक निश्चल, एक और चीज मुझे पूछनी थी. इंटरव्यूज नाउ, यूपीएससी का इंटरव्यू है, यूपीएससी का कोई भी सेगमेंट का आप इंटरव्यू दे रहे हैं, यूपीएससी का इंटरव्यू ही होता है. एंड even if you are well aware that the board is going to be friendly, the board is going to be calming you down, but still एक अंदर से कुछ apprehensions या ऐसी चीजें रहती हैं. तो आपने वो चीजें अवॉइड करने के लिए, आई मीन, how did you prepare for your interview, and at the time of the interview कुछ ऐसी चीजें हैं जो आप बताना चाहोगे, that some interesting thing that happened that you did not expect to happen and still it did and it worked in the favor of your interview? तो ऐसा कुछ आप शेयर करना चाहोगे तो we'd really love.
One of my senior, actually, I think he's now an IES, so he actually told me that whenever you enter into that building, you should feel that this is the place where a lot of people want to come, but they don't get that opportunity to come. So you have got that opportunity, that means you are special. So that is something which everyone needs to keep in mind whenever they are entering the UPSC building for an interview. So and if you will think about that, if you will think that you are that special person who have got this chance, then half of the burden will automatically get out of your mind already. So that is one thing which I think is a very good solution for this kind of thing. And also, like, you have already prepared a lot of things, like you have given mocks to different kind of coachings to different your friends and everything, so you are prepared for that. And some bouncers can come, that is something which is very obvious. And so that is there. And everything, there was not such kind of thing which was very new to me. But yeah, like when you enter into this interview room, that actually is a different feeling. You just feel like there is silence and everything. But once you sit there, once they talk to you, like one line, two line, that conversation starts, you get comfortable. You get that comfortability because you have already prepared for that, and they're not going to be they're not going to kill you. So simply they are just going to talk with you. And because I am already working in corporate, so that I was familiar with this kind of environment where we are in a call and we are having a meeting. So that is something which worked in the favor for me.
For you actually had a good amount of experience in terms of your professional experience. So I think a lot of confidence you draw from there. But for students who are very new to this kind of atmosphere, I think for them it can be a little intimidating. सो लाइक यू मेंशन कि बोर्ड मीटिंग्स होती हैं कॉर्पोरेट्स में या फिर डिस्कशन राउंड्स होते हैं,
Yeah.
it makes you feel very familiar even if you're talking to a stranger. But for a student who's very fresh out of their post graduation, probably for them to talk on spot and to some strangers who might look very intimidating can be very difficult. So did you like experience some, some of those spaces during that interview, while you came back or you were going, and there were people who had those, feelings? And कैसा माहौल होता है वहां पे, मतलब सारे लोग बैठे हुए हैं, क्या क्या एक्चुअली कर रहे होते हैं वो लोग?
So the time period is not like you just think about कि आपको लगता है कि आपका इंटरव्यू है, how it will go, like what they can ask, that these kind of buzz goes into in your mind. So that is something which is very obvious thing. For those people who are not familiar with these kind of board meetings, and that is not very like a negative point for them. It is just that they are not familiar with that. And I think Indian Economic Service gives you enough amount of time, like I think 3 or 4 months for you to prepare for that. So you can do that preparation. You can make your communication better. And I think it is all about that how you handle that situation where you will we ask a difficult question which you might not know, but that situation will be always be there. If you're unless you don't get unless you get this interview very better like thing, everything, then only you will not get that situation. But mostly you will get this situation. So everybody get the situation. So that is something which you already know that will happen, but you have to keep yourself calm and composed. That environment is very different. That is very unique. Like you will miss that environment. You will always try to recall that, okay, that environment was very, very unique kind of thing. That feeling is very strange, very difficult to understand this kind of thing. So that will already be there. So you need to work on your communication, your physical expressions, your understanding, your ability to understand the question. And that is something which will go into your favor, and you can do that by giving some mocks, by talking to your peers, by talking to your colleagues. So that is something which you can do. But yeah, it is also about some luck. So yes, that is something that we can't, we do not have in our hand.
Absolutely, Nischal. I think the more that I interact with you, the more I come to know that you have a certain personality who has very, very sortedly planned that, okay, I need to do this, I will do this, and let's see what happens, but I'm positive. And I think that has made you excel in all genres, whether it was your professional career and whether it is these competitive examinations. And I'm pretty sure that you're going to excel in this as well. And I'm really delighted that you have entered into policy making. And I hope that there are many things that great things that have to come from your way. So we would be waiting for all your achievements as officer, as an economics policy officer. And I mean, all the best to you for this new great journey that you have achieved. Any last suggestions, anything motivating that you would want to say to the students, to listeners who would be, interested in giving this examination this year?
I think one thing which I would I have observed in the last 1 or 2 months that people actually to keep asking how to do this. So I think one thing I would want to say that keep believe on yourself. You will definitely go. You will definitely crack it. You might see those 15 or 20 posts only that you see, okay, there are only 15-20 जगह हैं, कैसे होगा? So that is something which will be there, but you have to take only one out of them. So चाहे वो 1000 हो, चाहे वो 15 हो, you have to take only one. So think with that and keep believing on yourself. You know that you have to do this. You have to cover the syllabus. You have to practice answer writing. You have to make notes. You already know that part, right? So you have to do it. Only you have to do it. Nobody else will come and do that. So just need to focus on that, believe on yourself, and just strategize कि ऐसे करना है, इतना time में करना है. So that is something which will go into your way. And main part is कि dedication रखनी होगी, like that is something very important. And yeah, like keep yourself energetic for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it was a great interaction with you. I know that you must be having a lot of things on your hand to be doing, and which is why I feel delighted that you gave us some time to talk about this, and so that we could at least motivate some youngsters who are economics enthusiasts.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Nishchal, for talking with us today, and have a great journey ahead.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Nishchal.